so fun. Now it's time to take a break and see what we have done. Yay! It's ready! Cooking is so fun. Cooking is so fun. Now it's time to take a break and see what we have done. Yay! It's ready! Wait a second. What we're doing isn't cooking at all, is it?
Today we'll be taking a look at the 2025 Blu-ray release of Azumanga Daioh. This 3-disc set has English and Japanese audio and subtitles in English. The main content is 26 episodes, and special features include a clean opening and ending and production sketches. This is a Sentai Filmworks Blu-ray, but more importantly, I want to thank the individuals involved in its release. Fortunately, disc credits can be found on disc 3 alongside the special features. The credits are shown on screen now. Let's take a look at the packaging. This is a standard Blu-ray case, and on the front we can see the title and the Sentai logo in the bottom left corner. A note that this is the complete collection is in the bottom right, but it's yellow text on a yellow background, so you can barely see it. The spine features the title and the Sentai logo at the bottom. The back has a blurb stating, "School days and a days, having fun in so many ways." Good news everyone, Dr. Seuss isn't dead, he just works for Sentai now. We can also see several screenshots, a synopsis, a list of special features, and some technical information at the bottom. I'll show you the insert outside of the case, and the back of the insert is blank. Inside the case we'll find 3 discs and no physical extras. Disc 1 has episodes 1 through 9, Disc 2 has episodes 10 through 18, and Disc 3 has episodes 19 through 26, as well as the special features. While this is the first North American release of Azumanga Daioh on Blu-ray, it has been released on DVD several times. The last time it was released was in 2016 by Sentai Filmworks. This was part of their Sentai Selects line, which ended when they stopped making DVDs. This is a 5-disc set in a standard DVD case, and it features a reversible cover. It's very similar to the new Blu-ray release with the same special features. However, this one also includes trailers for other Sentai products. Before Sentai acquired the license for Azumanga Daioh, ADV Films released the series on DVD several times. It was first released as 6 volumes in 2004. There was also an option to buy Volume 1 with a slipcase that had room for the other volumes. In 2005, they released the show as a 5-disc set with thin pack cases in a slipcase. In 2008, they did another thin pack in a slipcase release. And in 2009, they released the show in a standard DVD case, but they reverted back to 6 discs instead of 5. In addition to the regular DVDs, 2 episodes were released on 2 mini DVDs. This was a short-lived experiment by ADV Films where they released 1 episode on each mini DVD. Only 2 episodes of Azumanga Daioh were released this way. My friend let me borrow his copy of the 2005 release. The slipcase has a ton of character, and each thin pack features a different character on the cover. This release is very bare bones, with the only special feature being trailers for other ADV products. But again, the packaging is really cool. So what about the other DVD releases from ADV Films? What do they have to offer? Well, the 2004 volumes and the 2009 release have a very special feature. Azumanga Daioh, the very short movie, is a 6-minute short that was released in 2001, a year before the TV series. This short has different character designs, going for a more detailed look. It's included in the 6th volume of the 2004 release and the 2009 complete series set. Unfortunately, it's not included in the new Blu-ray release. Apparently, Sentai Filmworks doesn't have the rights to the short. Maybe circumstances have changed and the rights aren't available, or maybe it would have added a significant cost. So I don't blame Sentai for not including it, but it's still disappointing. The menus on the Blu-rays play the opening theme, and the current selection is highlighted in red. I found this very easy to navigate and had no trouble at all. But that doesn't mean the menus are perfect. On Disc 2, Episode 18 is titled Kiyomi's Ordeals. This is a typo. The character's name is Koyomi, though most characters just call her Yomi. Of course, a typo on the menu doesn't really hinder the viewing experience, but it is sloppy. And that's indicative of the release as a whole. Sloppy. Let's compare the video quality of the Blu-ray against the Sentai DVD release and the ADV DVD release. As expected, the DVDs don't hold up to modern standards, but the Blu-ray doesn't look much better. I can tell that it is better, but it's not the leap I was hoping for. Maybe this is the best that Azumanga Daioh can look. I understand that not every show can get an amazing remaster. However, when Sentai announced that they were releasing this on Blu-ray and not an SD Blu-ray, I became hopeful. With this level of quality, I do wonder if an SD Blu-ray would have been the better way to release this show. I don't think the video quality would have suffered that much because it's already not up to par. And either way, we would get nice Blu-ray subtitles. And speaking of subtitles, the subtitles are yellow with a black outline, which is standard for Sentai releases. Throughout my watch, I noticed no typos or timing errors. But just like the menu, proper function doesn't mean a perfect product. Comparing these subs to the Sentai and ADV subtitles, it's obvious that nothing has changed in over 2 decades. This is the exact same translation and the exact same script. This means that the subtitle track uses translation philosophy that was popular 20 years ago. I will say this right now, I don't know enough Japanese to critique the accuracy of translations, and I have no intention to do so. So I'm not saying that the translation choices seen here are wrong, it's just that they reflect a bygone era. For example, yukata is translated as summer kimono. Kotatsu is translated as heated table. And yakiniku is translated as steak. Again, I don't think these are incorrect, they get the idea across. But a more modern translation would most likely leave these terms untranslated. I think that some people will hate this while others won't care at all, but I do think it's disappointing that Sentai hasn't bothered to give these subtitles a refresh after 2 decades. As for the English dub, this dub was made by ADV Films back in 2004. The dub is also showing its age, but of course redubbing a show is a very tall order, and this dub still has its charms. Personally, I have a soft spot for Osaka's southern accent.
Osaka, what are you doing?
You know those tiny bubbles inside your eyes you sometimes catch? Yeah, I'm tracking them down as we speak.
I see. Good luck with that.
Thank you.
Moving on to the special features, as stated earlier, this release does not have the very short movie, but does have a clean opening and ending and production sketches. First, let's look at those production sketches. Here we have a gallery of sketches, and it's really cool that you get to see notes about how the characters are supposed to be drawn. But does something seem off to you? For some reason, I feel like I'm watching Hidamari's sketch, not Azumanga Daioh. Why does everything look so wide? Oh, this feature is included on the Sentai DVD, let's look at that release. Everything is normal here. Okay, enough fooling around. Yes, on the Blu-ray release, Sentai stretched the production sketches gallery to fit a 16:9 aspect ratio instead of leaving it in the intended 4:3 aspect ratio. Everything is stretched really wide, so it's a bit hard to appreciate the art. There is a fix for this. In your TV or player settings, you can force the video into a particular aspect ratio. I'll show you how to do it in VLC Player. Just go to Video, Aspect Ratio, and select 4:3. For other players or TVs, you'll have to figure it out for yourself, but it's usually an option. However, it's really stupid that we have to do this at all. There's no excuse, Sentai was just being sloppy. Alright, let's move on to the clean opening and ending. There's no way they can mess this up. I mean, it's a special feature included on almost every single anime release. You can do this, Sentai, I believe in you. Are you kidding me? Why does this look like garbage? The opening looked fine when I was watching the show. Okay, comparison time. Yep, the clean opening is clearly worse than the normal opening. Did they just take the clean opening from the DVD and slap it on the Blu-ray? Yep, that's exactly what they did. Okay, it's clear at this point that this release is terrible. Yes, it's technically the best way to watch the show now. It has slightly better video quality than the DVD releases. But this is one of the best shows in Sentai's catalog, and they can't be bothered to treat it with an ounce of respect. Come on, Sentai. Get it together. If you do want to purchase this release, the lowest price I found was $39.99 at Amazon, Target, and Walmart. And that brings us to the end of this review. Sorry to be such a downer, but if you couldn't tell, I'm a big fan of this show, and I was really excited for this Blu-ray. I had fun rewatching it at the very least. But anyway, thank you so much for watching to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe for more anime home media content.
I hope it's going to be clear tomorrow.
I'll put up a fair weather doll for luck.
Better yet, I'll do something right now.
Huh?
Let's see what side it lands on.